New technologies. What have you learned about the new technologies from the process of constructing this product? During my time in editing, filming, and production phases, I have come to understand that there are multiple methods and ways of creating a piece of text that is seen by the audience. At the beginning of the course, I could use only Sony Vegas Movie Studio 12, Final Cut, and had small capabilities in Photoshop. This was due to home practice and hobbies, obviously, in Photoshop. I did a lot of editing and titling. And in year 11, we made an advert practical for our coursework. From completing this course, I can now use Premiere Pro, Final Cut, and Photoshop to a better extent than my previous capabilities. This helped me to create a professional title and opening sequence for my coursework. To create an edited sequence to a high quality, you need to be patient with the software, as rendering can cause crashes, and rendering at the end can cause crashes and lots of lost work. So we obviously learn about saving all the time and render every step of the way. Explain how you have used your new media in your research, planning, construction and evaluation. To start the year, we created a WordPress account and how to customize it through the help of the IT department. I was then able to put all my work onto the site so that I was logged into the correct categories and tags. During the research phase, I was told to make graphs, questionnaires that I handed out to 20 different people and obtain the information needed to continue with the practical. I had used Excel, which I had to use Excel, which I had used in ICT before, so I had some capabilities in the software. This helped me to present my findings in our preliminary task we learned about in a preliminary task. We learned about taking videos from the camera to the PC onto Final Cut Pro, which we then learned more about as we progressed. This gave me some extra skills in the editing world that would help me later on in our final stage of practical. We then made an extra sequence using Premiere Pro. This was a suspense sequence to test effects and transitions. So this time we could get the swing of the operation and I greatly appreciated this, as it was very different from Sony Vegas, which I had learned editing on at home. For example, we used the import, cutting, effects. For example, we used the black and white filter, transitions such as fade to black, and also increasing the time frame, so speeding up. We now move on to the construction sequence, where I used a DSL to film our short video. We got a tripod which we made sure before we shot that it fit the camera. And in the post-production phase, Finn and I had the role of creating the title sequence and having put into the main edit. I learned how to create titles in Premiere Pro and also imported a new font called King's Butcher. I also added some stock footage from cutestockfootage.com. This gave us a smoky effect, which was really a big improvement to our sequence. During the sequence, we made the camera zoom in on different parts of the image to give it a motion effect, like something is happening to draw your audience to the film. And lastly, I added the photos on Photoshop to get better image size, a black and white effect, and also played around with the exposure levels in the end, adding a filter to make the white stand out in the text. We then layered the piece in Premiere Pro so that it all happened systematically.